Osu has come a long way since its release in 2007. Wow, this game really came out when I was like 7 years old. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about some things that I think would be a good addition to Osu as it currently is. Not anything major. I'm not going to be talking about system reworks or anything really involving gameplay, more or less just quality of life small things and multiple UI changes that I think would be nice. I don't keep up with Laser much, so if anything in this video is planned for Laser, don't crucify me in the comments, please. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is voice chat in multiplayer. Okay, that would be an awful idea, I'm just kidding, but could you imagine?
Okay, only eating one candy corn is not self-control, that's like being a sociopath. Like, who the fuck eats one candy corn?
Okay, I think we discovered the real problem here.
I don't understand.
Candy But there's a difference here between eating 100 and eating like a handful. Like,
okay, so for real, something I think would be really awesome in Osu is a sort of showcased plays section of the profile. I've thrown a mock image together to kind of show you what I mean, and basically it would be like a user-created, or should I say picked, set of scores that you can display on your profile at will. Now you can show off your 70% C-rank image material pass, woo! Honestly, I think this is a good idea because there are a lot of plays in the game which are either on loved maps or very severely underweighted maps which are very impressive, and maybe you want to show them off on your profile, but they're just not in the PP section. This would also just help people in general that aren't farm players or want to show off some more obscure plays, maybe on tech maps or such, which aren't really weighted for PP. Honestly, this just seems like a very casual and inoffensive change that would be useful to a lot of people, so I would really like to see that added in the future. So something I was thinking about recently is that because of the new rework, or any rework that happens in general, a lot of old scores tend to get changed. Or should I say the PP values get changed, which in itself isn't really a problem. Of course, a side effect of improving and updating the PP system is that plays are going to get changed by their PP value. Something like Vaxei's Tsukinami play, which was the first 1k PP play and one of the most historical plays in the game because of that reason, isn't a 1k PP play anymore. Like I said, it's kind of expected that things like this are going to happen, so I'm not saying that we should just exempt certain plays or not put the PP reworks through, but it would be kind of nice to see like a history of what PP plays were updated and what reworks changed them. For instance, like the view details section of a score, maybe there could just be like an option that says view old PP values and it could just show you how the score changed over time. I'm not sure what the logistics of putting in a system like this is, or if the data is even saved and if this is even possible, but I think this would be a pretty nice change in general. So the next thing I want to talk about is in regards to the profile UI. In general, profiles on the website look very nice and everything's kept in a clean and orderly manner. I know there's still people that use the old website, and to them I have to say, it's worse. Fight me. Anyways, something I thought that would be nice is being able to change like the base color of your profile. Again, I threw together some mock ideas in Photoshop just to kind of see what it would be like, and this is kind of how that turned out. It's not perfect, but you get the kind of idea that I'm going for. I just think it would be a nice idea to give a little bit of uniqueness to every individual's profile. Maybe this could be like a supporter feature or something. I would be totally okay with that. Let me know what you think about this one because I could definitely see some people being turned off by it. Something that I think is kind of annoying is going into skin files and tediously changing around things just to have a different cursor or different hit sounds. Yes, you can call me lazy all you want, but it's kind of annoying to have to do that all the time, especially when I feel like there could be an option to just change a cursor or hit sound file that could just overlap over the current skin you're using. Like, imagine if there was an option within the settings that could just let you overlap a cursor file on top of a skin and then change whatever skin you want with keeping the cursor. Same thing with hit sounds, even more than cursors. Changing hit sounds is such a burden, I hate doing it. I don't think this would be that difficult of a change to implement, seeing as beatmaps can already have their own hit sounds or skin elements in general, so it seems entirely possible to do this pretty easily. Although, honestly, I don't know anything about development or coding, so take that with a grain of salt. Something that I've wished was in the game forever was the option to export collections as they are with the maps in them and send them to other people to download. I feel like this is one of the changes that I want to see in the game the most because sometimes I just want to give a friend an entire collection and I just can't do that without giving them every map and then saying, okay, manually add these all together at once. This would also be a huge help for people that are constantly spamming, I want 5-star jump maps, or I want finger control maps, and you could just link them a collection that has all of what they want. This would be very beneficial for coaches, for example, or even just the community. I could already see how there could be people on the forums posting collections and such and sharing them around, and I could overall just see this only being good. Again, I don't really know the logistics of this being an actual feature and how easy it would be to implement, but if at all possible, I think this would be a good change. So something that's less of a feature and more of a little nitpick that I have is in regards to the medals. There's progression medals that give you medals based on how many plays you get, like 1, 2,000, or if you pass stars, for example, like 5, 6 star medals. There's also rank progression medals, so you get medals whenever you reach rank 50,000, 10,000, 5,000, and 1,000. This is fine and all, but seeing how the game has been out for many years, I feel like the rank ranges that give you these medals are kind of outdated. Like, the first milestone for play count is 500. That's almost nothing. The first milestone for rank is 50,000, which it's understandable given that these medals were made a long time ago and back then 50,000 was probably not a high rank. Given it's not a high rank now, but if you're rank 50,000, you've probably been playing the game for at least a year. Given that the amount of players is rising every year and it's getting more competitive to have a higher ranked spot, having a medal that takes around a year of playtime to achieve on the same tier as reaching 500 plays, which is easily doable in a month, is kind of inconsistent. I know that it's just a dumb medal and it doesn't really matter, and you guys are probably thinking, oh look, he's ranting about something unimportant. Which is entirely true, but come on, this thing has been bugging me for so long, I just wanted to rant about it. Okay, so I'm done ranting about the medals. There's one more thing I wanted to talk about, and that is having statistics on plays. Obviously, there's already statistics on plays. You have your accuracy, your combo, your amount of misses, etc. But wouldn't it be nice to see how, in regards to other players, you compare? Score itself is the main metric of measuring how plays stack up against each other. And as you know, score is mainly factored in by how long your combo is. Basically, you could have a play that has very good AC and maybe only one miss in the middle somewhere, but the scoring system would say that that's lesser value than a play in which it has a lot of misses and a longer combo than yours. Now, I'm not going to get into the scoring system itself because obviously there are a lot of flaws with it and a lot of problems which aren't easily solvable, and I'm sure nobody has the perfect solution for that. Instead, I just wish there was some sort of statistic to show you how you compare in regards to, let's say, how many misses you have compared to the average on a map. Now, I've made another mock image which kind of shows what I'm talking about. Obviously, there's like the scoring, like the accuracy and the combo, but I've also added another section which kind of shows you like the percentile in which you compare to the average of a map's statistics. Now, I know there's probably better ways to do this. I'm not sure if percentile is the right option, but it's what I threw together in a few minutes, and I think it's fairly decent. It would just be nice to know how you stack up to the average player when playing a map. Obviously, you know your rank on a map because of the score, but as I just mentioned, score is kind of arbitrary when it comes to looking at how you stack up against other players. Also, you can only really look at the top 50 on a leaderboard, which most of the time isn't going to be very helpful. Yeah, so I just kind of think it would be nice to see statistics about how you match up to the average player on a given map. That's about all the things I wanted to talk about today. Let me know if you liked any of these ideas, or if you hated some of these ideas, or if you have any other ideas on things you'd like to see added to the game, then let me know. Most of these, if not all of them, are just small quality of life things that aren't really too impactful. Thanks for listening to me ramble about things I don't like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.